people are talking about somebody, they have a right to have their voice. But now that I know that the only reason that he was calling up is because he wanted his voice to be heard in Don Steaks. No, Yeti, you're not using my space to get Don Steaks dick hard, okay? You can go over there and whack him off. You're not going to do it in my space. Thank you, though. And
But
also, by
Justin,
the way, real quick, when Yeti talked to my son, when my son was in prison and he called me and I let Yeti talk to him in a beam, it was like through the phone, my son talked to him. Yeti was like so wound up, just like, so, praising my son and talking to him and, yeah, dude, what's up, man? And this and that. And Yeti was the one that was like bragging. And my kid, who's the Purple Heart veteran, was very subtle. He was just like this. That's how he was talking. Yeah, man. Yeah. He wasn't like wound up like Yeti. Yeti, your imagination, your reality is not the same. Your reality, I should say, is not the same as men who actually served in war, dude. Okay? So quit picking on veterans, sit down, shut the fuck up. And by the way, now my child is doing way better than you could ever even want to be. Way better. Not only is he paying over $1,000 a month in child support, but he gives his ex and his daughter $100 a week just to go get their hair and nails did. There you go. And he takes them out to dinner twice a week. You ain't doing shit for nobody, bitch, but yourself. You ain't even doing shit for yourself, Yeti. You sit at home on this app all day long. You dumb fucking old bitch. Don't ever try to use MySpace to get Dawn Steak's dick hard ever again, you little faggot.
Yeah, go jack
Okay,
off
I'm
Don
done.
Steak somewhere else.
yeah, go chew on some foreskin, Don
How
Steaks.
dare you use MySpace to get Dawn Steak's dick hard, you little fucker.
Hey, Gretel, have you heard fucking Yeti over there describing when he like makes himself a sandwich and all this
That
shit? And
fucker eats all day.
yeah, but it's like it's some cordon bleu fucking high end fucking sandwich. You know how motherfuckers gnawing on a fucking loaf of bread that's
With
dry with
bologna
some
and
fucking
mayonnaise.
bologna with mayonnaise? Like, shut the fuck up with you got this great fucking lunch you're making. Nobody
No,
gives a fuck what kind of
no,
lunch
no,
you're
no,
making.
no, no, no. I disagree with you on that one. Do you guys know how much people get in fucking food stamps today?
Well, he
My
might be getting
neighbor,
it.
my neighbor he lives alone. He lives alone. He's getting $286 a month in food
well,
stamp.
well, you notice, Gretel, he doesn't start talking about his food till the first of the month because that's when he gets his food stamps.
Well, if people are getting that, I need to know how to apply because we didn't get shit. We don't get a
You guys don't
motherfucking
know.
nothing.
You guys know he's
But
on
Gretel,
disability.
Gretel, let me answer Justin's question.
He's on disability from his gout in his knee. He isn't
Oh
work.
yeah,
I'll buy some food stamps. Who got
but
them? Who's got food stamps? What baby mamas out here need some money?
I just got through showing my ass in Walmart yesterday because we got some damn water, some drinks, some chips,
Bread
some bread, and some cheese
and butter.
and butter. That shit was $54.
$40.
Yeah,
I'm like, motherfucker, what?
$54. That's all we got.
Oh,
That
I
shit
went
pisses me off,
yesterday,
man.
or was it? It was 3 days ago. I went and bought hamburger, and then a 1 pound of hamburger. The mild Italian sausage was on sale for $3.99. So I got the 1 pound of hamburger, the Italian sausage. I got a jar. I always mix my tomato sauce with my spaghetti sauce because I like to add my own like spices. So I got spaghetti sauce, a can of tomato sauce, noodles, garlic bread, a bag of freaking bacon. What are they called? Those bacon strips for dogs. They were $3.99. A gallon of water, but it was like $24.99 for one spaghetti dinner for one.
Yeah, it's bullshit, man. It's fucking, it pisses every time, man. That gets me in a bad mood to go to the grocery store.
You guys
Yeah,
have, you
I'm
guys,
not
I don't
trying to
know.
brag, but I eat out every day, so like you'd be
Yeah.
ashamed of my
So
It's
it's
cheaper
refrigerator.
to
There's
it's
eat
like,
just
out,
it's fucking cheaper,
honestly.
Pat. Seriously, it's cheaper to eat
is
out
it
than to go to the
really?
grocery
But we
store.
get
Oh, and
tired of that
that's
food.
that.
See,
That's another thing,
see, I'm
Pat, that
smart.
cracked me up today. So Yeti was sitting there telling Pat, "There's no Cadillac Escalade that's a 2025 for $160,000." It's like, as soon as he said that, I looked it up, and the one that's right by me, if you get it loaded, it's $159,000. And that's number one. Number two, and I'll let you respond, Pat. Number two is I remember Pat's old Cadillac Escalade when he would drive around live on Periscope in his Cadillac Escalade. And that was his old one. So, yeah, Yeti, you were
And he lives in
wrong.
California, so they gonna tack on an extra fucking 20 grand right there just because it's
Oh
Yeah,
expensive over
shit,
yeah,
there.
yeah.
taxes, dude.
All that
And
fucking
I always get that
EPA shit and
warranty
emissions.
and lifetime oil changes, all that shit, so I don't have to deal with that shit. But yeah,
I
Mr.
was
Car
just,
Salesman, you fucked
Pat, I
that
was
one up.
sitting there laughing my ass off because I'm like, Yeti, we've all seen Pat live driving around in his Cadillac Escalade when you would drive down to the beach and shit like that. It was like, Yeti, you're an idiot. You don't even know Pat. Shut the fuck up.
And you just hit on something, Gretel. That's the thing about a lot of this is they don't know me. Like Yeti doesn't know me, fucking Jeff doesn't know me, the retard Greg doesn't know me, the foreskin eater Don Stakes doesn't know me. Because I knew right away with Don Stakes, like he was just trying to get information about me. And that's why he doxed me and my whole fucking family. And they do it to answer your question. Like you said, Justin, you don't do that kind of shit. You're not really into like the contrast comparisons of people and what they have in life and all that kind of shit because you're secure in your own space. And that's the difference between us. I'm secure in my own space. I could give a fuck about these dudes. They can run their mouths, say whatever the fuck they want because believe it or not, you would be amazed. I'm talking about fucking amazed about the people and who DMs me all the time. Like today, when I went the beam and the two assholes were fucking chirping at me, man, you should see the fucking DMs I get from people that you would never fucking expect ever. And they're telling me this, that, and the other about Yeti. Jesus, Yeti, why did you have to come out today and defend yourself against raping Sushi Disco? Why are you always in these weird situations with people? Why did you try to take a bus from fucking Florida because your broke ass can't afford a fucking plane ticket to go visit someone, Yeti, when that person didn't even tell you to come and fucking visit them? You're a weird dude. And that's why I've always said this that Yeti, I believe the only reason you defended that fucking pedophile and you thought he was such a great stand up guy that you wanted to have a beer with is because you had the same fucking photos he did, Yeti. I think that motherfucker had some dirt on you, Yeti. So you felt it and took it upon yourself to defend this guy. And I think the reason why you did this is because you probably asked him, like, what kind of fucking pictures are you into? Like, so I can decipher whether or not they're really graphic or they're really this or that. Because I'm here to defend you. Yeti, there's no doubt in my mind that you got pictures of fucking children on your fucking computer or that stolen iPad. You dumb bitch. Dopey bitch. That's your new name that Joanne gave you.
I like that name. It has a good ring to it.
I too. I thought it was hilarious when JoJo called him a fucking dopey bitch today.
Yeah, I'm with you, Pat. He just says too many off the wall things that are just if you listen to him, if you can stomach him for hours and hours, he just always alludes to some weird shit. I mean, he always seems fuckers doing that shit, but they
Fucking dick. That bothered that motherfucker, and that's why I say the insecurity just oozes out of that fucking raccoon beard of his.
Well, to me, the thing that's bothered me the most in the last 2 years is he hasn't had a girlfriend in like what 3 4 years, and in the last 2 years, his biggest obsession is Tina Leroy, who he knows is gay. I mean, he is so. I mean, you guys know how it is. You know, once again, we'll take it back to elementary school because that's where they're at in their minds. 5th grade, you always pick on the one that you have a crush on. And all he ever does, he wants to be everywhere Tina is or Tractor. It's like he doesn't ever want to talk to women. Like right now, he's over there with all men, all men. He's never around women.
He's weird, Gretel.
Always
They're
around
weird. They're
men.
weird fucking dudes, man. They're the weirdest fucking dudes, man. Like I'm telling you, like none of these fucking dudes, like real dudes, would hang out with these dudes. There's a bunch of weird fucking clowns with them, or you got the fucking simps that hang out with them, like Nuclear Cookies and fucking Lynn and Owie and all these fucking Jew simps. That's the only people that they fucking hang around with, and it's strange to me that they dude, like they don't watch sports. They don't do shit that guys fucking do, man. It's just weird. I think they're a weird collection of
Oh
assholes,
my
but
God.
you
Even
know,
even I watch sports every Saturday, college football, every Sunday, pro football. But look at the goofy beam. I have it in the nest. Look at them. Don Stakes, Cujo, Greg, Perry fucking dumb fuck, Yeti, and fucking dumb fuck truck driver. That's all you got. That's their friend right there. I mean, come
dopey
on,
bitch and truck driver. Well,
Good
that's what Yeti's left
Lord.
with. I mean, at the end of the day, he's stuck with Jeff. I mean, this is who they support, the meth head woman beater. And you can say all you want, Jeff, that you didn't do that shit, but damn, that lady came on there and said you broke her ribs, Jeff. You broke
It
her ribs
doesn't
because
matter.
you were
It
meth
doesn't
up.
matter what Jeff says. His own wife came on and told us. Not only did he, well, no, she said, I will actually be honest. She said that he bruised her ribs and bashed her head into the driver's side window, all because, okay, so he had his knee in her ribs, bashed her head against the driver's side window, all because he wanted to get out of the car, but he was trying to crawl on top of that tiny, skinny, gross looking freaking creature of whatever he calls a woman to get out of the car, but he couldn't get out of the car on the passenger side. That makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, I think more specifically, she said that the cartilage in her, I
Yeah,
guess
got
in her
ripped.
ribs or
It was
something.
ripped. Yeah,
Yeah, ripped the cartilage. Yeah, ripped the cartilage
yeah,
in her rib cage or something like that, which I'm sure is just as painful as breaking a rib.
exactly. But I'm just saying it wasn't broken. Let's just not say the word broke, but he fucked up her ribs, bashed her head against the window. Because he wanted to get out of the car, but he couldn't get out of the passenger side because he was too messed up. So he decided he was going to beat the woman almost to death so he could get out her side of the car. Yeah. And then he sits here and talks about everybody else on this app. Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, my God, listen how abusive he is on here all day, every day. I mean, fuck, of course he does. He did it, and he's probably done it. And another thing that she said in there that there were a lot of calls that were made that she never made him. It was always because I guess apparently he used to abuse her out in public, and neighbors would call and all types of shit. So
Yeah.
he's had many interactions with the police
Yeah.
over that domestic abuse shit.
And you know what he always says? You guys remember? He always says, "It wasn't that. I was just yelling at her. You get arrested for yelling at people in Arizona. If you yell at them, it's domestic violence." Jeff, okay. Jeff, we're never going to forget what your now wife, who was your ex wife, your now wife, who's a fucking dumbass and desperate as fuck. This is what cracks me up. He can't even live with her. He sits there and makes fun of Tractor for living with his mom. He makes fun of everybody. He doesn't even have a fucking residence. He lives in a truck. He's not even allowed to go to his wife's own house. Jeff, you're a fucking loser,
Almost
dumb
all the
fucking
Well,
cunt
here's a
bitch. And I
graph.
guarantee you, he's over there in Don Steaks right now, screaming his head off.
and I guarantee you, he would have been and would have had a hell of a lot more domestic abuse charges. But I'll guarantee you, a lot of all that domestic abuse was before the nation, all these states started enacting the laws where the state would pick up the charges on domestic abuse because the victim themselves wouldn't do the
Yep,
charge. So
yep.
he'd get out there and whip some ass or slap her around, do all the shit the neighbors would call, and then she wouldn't press charges. So the cops, they couldn't do
Cece,
anything before the
Cece, you
state
don't have to
started.
raise your hand, hon. Cece, you don't have to raise your hand.
Or you pay her off so she comes on here and changes her fucking story.
Yeah, and she did that for the money. She did. She probably was destitute, didn't have anywhere to go. Fucking, was down and out. You can look at her, and she went back to her abuser for the money because she knows she
But
didn't have to see
but
his nasty ass
the
but a
thing
couple
is
times a
that
month.
if he has so much money, he says he's a millionaire. If he has so much money, even if he only had $500,000, why doesn't he buy his wife and father-in-law a home instead of a fucking trailer and place it where he can actually go and stay for the 2 days a month that he's home, if that? He doesn't have any
Because abusers
fucking
like
money.
that, see, Gretel, abusers like that, they're very controlling. So he keeps the money and he uses the money as a tool to control, right? He's not gonna be your typical husband that's trying to provide, a life for his family. He uses his money, keeps it in his bank, and then there's conditions to what he gives out. And she's allowed to have something as long as he can have the control of what she's doing, where she's at. So he uses it as a tool of abuse. That's what abusers do.
Okay, let me ask a question.
Exactly.
I want to ask a question. If if Jeff went and married this woman, and this woman is the one they got in a fight with a long time ago. So she takes care of her father, which a lot of us do in our life. We end up taking care of our elderly parents. I've already done that. Why is he not allowed in that house and he's married to her?
Because of the abuse. That's a simple answer.
So
I
it's
guarantee
the
you.
father that doesn't forgive him?
Oh, I'm sure
Oh,
it's probably
Wait,
according
that's
to that
probably one of the
video, it sounds
conditions.
like the
hold
father
on,
hates him, dude.
hold on, you guys. Cece, didn't you see John Burkle's live when he went to Jeff's father-in-law's house?
No,
Yeah,
no,
well,
I didn't.
John Burkle went there. And Jeff's father-in-law said that because of the way he is abusive, he's not allowed to come there. He said it
Oh,
live
okay.
in John Burkle's face. Yeah.
Well, that would
Actually,
make sense. If that was my daughter and she got beat, I wouldn't want the mofo in my house either. I mean, that's his daughter that Jeff beat up. Hello.
yeah, John Burkle went live, I think it was like 2 years ago or something. And
Oh wow.
him and Pink went to the house. And yeah, they talked to Jeff's wife and Jeff's wife's father. And Jeff's wife's father said, no, he's not allowed here. He don't like him. He don't want him anywhere around his house.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Well, and you look at it, and like I said, only because the judgment's passed all this way. But my take on it is most likely the father-in-law, he's probably on Social Security, probably only SSI, probably only gets $700, $800, $900 a month. She probably has absolutely no income, but she's probably allowed to be his caretaker, right? So he's older, so he needs a caretaker, but it's not enough money to do anything but live between the two. So she uses this asshole for a little bit of money, and the condition is that he can't come to the house, and all she's got to do is spread her legs once or twice a month, and gets a little bit extra money in the house for him from him. That's probably exactly the arrangement.
That's crazy. That's just crazy. I don't believe that Jeff has that much money. I really don't. Maybe you paid off, you bought a truck, you bought a vehicle. That says nothing about you. As soon as you drive that brand new vehicle off that lot, it's worth the value diminishes right away. I mean, but
If I'm not mistaken, I don't mean to interrupt.
no, go ahead.
I think that the now you could correct me, somebody. I think the father-in-law even said that he's not allowed in the park
Yeah,
because he
no,
was
he's not
always
allowed in the park at all. Yeah, you're right.
yelling so much up and down the streets. The neighbors, yeah, okay. Just
Yep.
wanted to.
Yeah, no, I
Then
mean, yes,
how do
you're
you
right,
marry a
Joanne, but yeah, I'm
man
just saying he's
that
not
nobody
allowed there.
li- I don't get why he married a woman that he can't even be around. They got to go to a motel.